it's time for another unboxing video. The microphones, I will say, largely the only reason I'm getting these microphones is for podcast props. With my phone mic, which I'm using right now, sounds great, works just fine. But it doesn't look cool, you know, so 40 bucks, 41, 42 for this one with an arm. The other one I got was this one, same microphone, $29 on special. It's got these buttons, whatever, cheap, plug in. It's like Shure's are $550 now, it's ridiculous. You know, an SM57 in podcast mic form, so. This comes with a nice windscreen, that's cool. So it looks like this is probably underneath. So yeah, so this keeps the buttons nice. Same microphone, it's just got a different side mount. See, same microphone as this one. Okay, so how do I get this out of here? This is, oh no, I see, that's the hardware to attach it to your table or your counter or whatever. Okay, that's cool. So the boom, yeah. So we'll get to that momentarily. Yeah. So we have a USB to phone attachment and USB 2 to USB 3 or USB-C, whatever, computer converter. And then this is USB to computer on one side, USB on the other side, I would assume. Let's have electronics now. How's this? New laptop, just got this, a month ago, 6 weeks ago. Because my other one fried. It's a boom. So yeah, there we go. So this side, let's see, that's what the mic attaches to. And this attaches to this, yeah, just like that. Let's open that up a little bit. Yeah, okay. Yeah, perfect. And then this puppy cinches that down so it doesn't flop out. That tight? I guess so. Seems awfully that it pushes against. Yes. Yes, you see it. Get little screw marks on the side of this thing. So that's, wow, for 40 bucks, that's a nice little addendum. So, okay. So I've slid that past the little U-clamp. This pushes the U-clamp against the shaft. And we are ready to put that on the table. Let's open that. Now let's connect that to the table. See, ready, Teddy? Yeah. That's great. So now I can swing this. So now with this tight, so that that little piece doesn't spin, I can get it on it. Just like that. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, so. It's not all the way down, but I don't think we care. It's good. Gives it a little more height. Okay, so I got two mics just so I can, you know, for podcast purposes, I can have a guest. So there's built-in echo. I would assume that's more like reverb. Guess we'll find out, but mute, unmute like that. That's handy. So I have two microphones. And the reason I got them was one on the boom arm was like 41 and change, call it $42. And then, came with the boom. And then the other one is on a stand like so, on special for $29 even, I do believe. Well, the cool thing is when I'm not using the recording software, I have no delay. I have no monitors either. I can leave my buds in, so at least I don't have to take them out and mess around with it. And then I can turn this down to 0, I think, and eliminate the reverb. And the reverb is what actually confirms for me the fact that I'm using the microphone, so that's good. Now for proximity effect, which means added, big bass, I can drop this way down and put it even closer to my mouth. So let's see, I'd want to probably do something like that, but now you've just got way too much mic in the picture, and you can see the butt end of this thing, and you see all the knob controls and just all that mess, and it's a mess. And frankly, I don't want the knobs in the picture, so I kind of want the microphone to be spun. See, I'm going to have to unplug and plug that back in to do that properly. So, well, for now, we'll just deal with the knobs and hear how it sounds. So, testing 1, 2, 3, proximity. And I can turn the reverb up like so. That's all the way up to 10. Let's see, that's about a 5. That's about a 2.5. Testing 1, 2, 3, check, check, check. Back down to 0. Testing 1, 2. Okay, now I have level bouncing again. So I'm not going to use my monitors because there's a delay and I don't need to monitor. I can hear myself live. So I'm just going to put these away. My headphones, don't need them. And the test that I want to make now is what's going to be the best position for the microphone. Will it be here, or can I put it up above and do that sort of thing? So the question is the microphone far enough away or close enough that it sounds good? I think there's some kind of like a noise gate or a compressor built in that senses volume proximity. So in other words, if I'm kind of banging on the microphone itself, it seems to duck the volume down a tad because this is like way too up close and personal. And then it takes a couple of seconds for the volume to come back up once I've stopped doing that. So this is the K66S. It's telling me the audio input is the K66. So I think the microphone itself is simply a K66, and the S must stand for stand. Let's see, they're both called, professional studio microphone, and this one is plug and play. And then it also says professional studio microphone. So they're printed at different times. So Einstellung. Okay, sounds rather German, doesn't it? Well, that explains why it works well. It's a German microphone. Okay, warranty, computer setup, yeah. I'm not worried about echo. I've got Logic Pro X, so I can do anything I want with the audio after the fact, or during the fact for that matter. How to connect with Type-C device, iPhone, yeah. But it needs to tell me about echo. I suppose I can look it up on the web, which maybe that's what I'll do. How to install microphone and boom arm stand. Oh, it's up. I've got it rocking. Echo adjustment. What do they mean by that? Maybe they're talking about changing the pickup pattern so it rejects input from the back like a cardioid, heart-shaped pickup pattern would do. So here, can I turn this while I'm speaking and hear what the difference might be? Okay, here's down to 0. Test 1, 2, 3. Now I'm turning it up. Test 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is what you have to do when you live in a condo. Everything's got to be folding. So fair enough, whatever. My podcast setup. Okay, for the sake of good monitoring, I'm going to use the selfie lens so I can see what the heck I'm doing. So let's see. This would be podcast number 1, numero uno, with the new setup and system. I've got some software that will allow me to adjust the volume, but I think this has volume adjustments right on it. Mic, yes it does, plus or minus. Headphones volume, echo volume, and I can mute it. So let's see, this gets plugged in here, and I can also plug headphones in, but my headphones are wireless. I'm gonna plug this into my phone so I can adapt it thusly, and let's see if I can plug it in hot. Let's see. I know it's gonna have power, but will it be functional? Well, I have a pilot light, yes I do. So, but I can't, I'm limited as to how far down because of the cable. So let's crank the volume. Volume is all the way up. Echo volume is all the way up. Is it muted? So so that's red. If I press the mute button, so I would assume that means, so it's red when I press the mute button, so I would assume that means it's off. Okay, I'm using this recording software that supposedly lets me adjust the volume of my Bluetooth microphone, but I don't think audio gain in a input device iPhone microphone. So, okay, well it says Bluetooth microphone non-applicable, N/A. But check. I've got level, so I don't know if that's coming in the iPhone or if it's coming in this. Let's find out.